Good morning, guys. Nice to see you this morning. Look who got a haircut yesterday. I'm so excited. It actually looks like I have done something with my hair. That's awesome. So kind of thankful to be able to get my hair cut yesterday, and saw a couple of people surprisingly there, just by accident or circumstance. Anyway, glad you're here this morning. I'm Lori Winslow, and I am with Rain or Shine Chalk Design. I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture, and that means I use these wonderful transfers to make cool, fun things. And today we're going to do some fall projects. I know it seems like fall's a ways away, but we'll get started looking at some different things that you could make to put in your home or to give as gifts, whatever that you like to do. So our project is kind of a lot. So I don't know how far we'll get into the project. We may have to finish tomorrow. I have several different things I want to do on these little wood blocks. So this is just a 2 by, how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 by 6. And it's just a piece of lumber that they would have even cut it for me at Lowe's if I had asked, but I didn't ask. Well, I did ask for, but not for this. I did buy a bunch of wood, and their saw was down. But when their saw is working, you can ask them, and they'll make cuts. I think it's 50 cents a cut. And if you don't have the tools, it's definitely worth it to get on there and ask them to cut that for you. So anyway, I brought it home. I sanded it so it's nice and smooth. It's going to sit nicely. It's a 2-inch wide, so it's going to set, some of these I want to set on their side, and some will be standing up and down, just for a variety of things, for different looks. I do want to use several different transfers, so I have this buffalo plaid transfer, and I want to put that around the edge of the board today. So that's going to be one thing that we do. They're kind of, the transfers are kind of large, so, but I think it's going to look cute. It's going to kind of like an old-fashioned sign. Good morning, Kathy. Look like an old-fashioned sign, the way they used to just kind of, they handmade their signs, so they just kind of put things in where they could fit them. So I think I'm going to do something like that. Even though they're big pieces, I think they'll look good together. And then, of course, we have a layered transfer that has the apples and the baskets. So that's kind of the plan. We have the apples. We have a pumpkin patch with pumpkins. It says pumpkin patch. So we're going to squeeze those on. And I have the corn maze. And that's going to go on this color of board. I wanted to show you a little bit about how I put the color on the board. So if you don't have much experience putting colors together like that, I can show you a little bit about how I did that. Super simple. So like I said, we have kind of a lengthy project, but I think we'll get as far as we can, and then if I need to, if we need to stop, we'll stop, and we'll come back tomorrow and finish it up. I also have an unboxing, and I've never done an unboxing before, but this company is pretty awesome, and I wanted you guys to see some of the things that you can get from them. If you have crafted for any length of time, you've probably heard of the company, or you've seen their name on different products, and I wanted you to see that you could very inexpensively get some fun things. Good morning, Juanita. Nice to see you. Glad you joined us. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I got from them. They sent a really big box, and it's a big box mainly because of one of the things I purchased is kind of big and long. So this is one of the things that came. Let me open this and show you a couple of things. So the company is Doris. So if you've done much crafting, you've probably seen that name. It's DAURICE. So they just have an online company that you can order from. And you do have to order, typically it's like 3 items at a time. But for me, that's okay because when I'm making a lot of things for projects, I like having the same thing over and over. So this is kind of a cool piece. And they're very inexpensive, guys. That's why I really want to talk about them. So this is the sign back in the back. That's what's in here. So it's 2 pieces, and you put it together. It's got some dowels that you just, it's got little dowels that put it together. So you actually have to build it, but it's really a simple piece. And if you can see the brown piece, not the letters, it doesn't come with letters. It's just that brown kind of wood sign that's in the background there. So I got 3 of those, and as you can see, they're pretty long. So this is in 2 pieces, so it is 42 inches long when you put it together. And the price was really affordable. I'll see if I can find the price on that one. Like I said, you do have to order 3 at a time. But for what I'm doing, that's perfect. And like I said, the price was perfect. Let me see if my invoice has my price. It does. So let's see. It's called a wood knockdown. Is that right? Yeah, a wood knockdown sign is what it's called. And I got 3 of them. And looks like they were $10 each. So for $10 to get a 42-inch by, what is that, about a 7-inch, pretty sturdy board, I think is a pretty good deal. I think if you chalked on that, you could definitely sell it, you know, probably $30 or something, maybe more than that. The next one I found were these, it's kind of a wood frame, and it's got like chicken wire in the middle. Sure, Kathy, I can share the link. And I'm not getting paid to advertise for them. I just found them and thought their prices were really affordable and fun for people who want to do crafting. So this is a fun one. Like I said, it's got the chicken wire in it. It's they call it the unfinished frame with poultry wire, and these were $4.50 a piece. So you do have to get 3 of them, but not a problem for me. I think that'll be a fun project we can do. Let's see, what else did I find? I found these little cutting boards. Let's see, what were they? Cutting board. They call it an unfinished wood paddle. These were $2.14 each, and then you buy them each, you know, so $6 for the 3 of them. So definitely, these are really hot for decorating. They're everywhere. I found these big cardboard pumpkins, really large. Of course, they're going to be really inexpensive. They're paper mache pumpkin, and they are $3.50. And it says the retail price. So if you were to buy like one of these in Joann's, typically the price is double. So if you go to their company, you get a better pricing. Of course, because that's how companies make money, right? Let's see. I found these little tags. So little jar tags. I haven't ever seen these in a store before. So I got 3 sets of those. Super cute. So you'll be seeing those come up on... I love the pumpkins too, Kathy. I just love pumpkins in general. And then the last thing that I got, another big box. Let's see. Oh, I think these are my trees. Let me open that and see what that looks like. Oh no, these are the big door tags. So we do sell door tags in our Chalk Couture. But these, let's see, wood tags, 224. So nice big size. The tags are 18 inches long and almost 8 inches wide. So really cute for those door hangers. Good morning, Christy. If you're just joining us, I am just unboxing real quick a set of things that I ordered from a company called Doris, and they specialize in all of these crafting things that we all love to get and make. Trying to see, I think I might be missing, I ordered, oh no, maybe these are them. One more thing, oh, they're little trees. I was thinking these were big trees. Yeah, Kathy, I thought those tags were a nice size, really a good size for the price, for sure. Oh, and they just had some little woodcut trees. Let's see, so these little trees, really cute for decorating. And you know, I love the trees. And these were $1 each. So, really good price. So, you can look forward to seeing those things pop up in our videos. And Doris, here we go. I think I spelled it wrong when I spelled it for you. Oh, let's see, backwards. Doris Incorporated. Okay? So if you're looking for that kind of thing and the price is right, you do, like I said, you do have to order basically in groups of 3 typically, but it is a pretty good deal if you need that many. If you don't need that many, call me and I'll go in on the deal with you. All right, had to pick up something that fell on the floor. All right, I just wanted to share that with you guys, let you see. Another crafter had shared that company, and what are you going to be doing, Kathy? Are you going to be doing some crafting or something else? Well, now that you guys are on here, I just wanted to let you admire my haircut. I'm so excited. I don't know that I've ever been so excited to get my hair cut. It's just kind of a crazy thing. I was supposed to have my hair cut right about the time that everything shut down. I had an appointment and she called and said, I'm sorry, I have to cancel. And so I've been living with really stringy, mangy hair, even though I've been going live. So it was a nice feeling to get that cut yesterday. You're going to do some shopping, Kathy. Gotcha. All right. Well, the nice thing is that everything's really affordable, and they have a lot of cute stuff on there. Good morning, Rhonda. So that company has tons of stuff, and I know I just scratched the surface. I was kind of looking mostly for some fall type surfaces. They have ribbon. They have lots of different things. If you just joined us, we're talking about Doris. It's a company, and I just kind of did an unboxing of some things that I picked up. It's the first time I've ever ordered from them or shopped with them. I have seen their products in craft stores. I recognize the name, but I recently went on their website, and they have a lot of fun things. If you're a crafter, check them out. They've got great prices and good quality stuff. Nothing feels like it's flimsy or poorly done. All right, well, let's get started with our project this morning. So I love fall. I just give you that disclaimer. I absolutely love fall. I love leaves, I love trees, so this is really my jam. So I'm going to turn the screen down so you guys can kind of see what we're working with this morning. I showed you a little bit yesterday what we were going to work on today. So let's take a quick look. So I have this board that I have painted and kind of distressed. I didn't paint the back of this one. I wanted you to see. I did do kind of a whitewash. So I took some acrylic and just put just a little bit in, sprayed a little bit of water. Me too, Christy. Love fall. It's the beginning of the school year, all the good things that I love. Football, all those things happen in the fall, so that's my favorite. Oh, I won't forget the pumpkins. I have pumpkins too. They're my favorite too. I'm with you. So I started with just a base coat of white acrylic, and I just sprayed. Actually, I put it right on my foam brush. I just put a little bit of the white paint, and then I sprayed it with my little mister of spray, and then I just did a whitewash of the whole board in white. Then I came in with my green acrylic. It's a bright green, and basically did the same thing. Just kind of whitewashed with water and the paint. I didn't want it to be heavy. I wanted it to be light. And then I came in with my antique wax that I've been telling you guys about. I think I'm really going to love this stuff. I love that it gives that kind of brown hint on the project. Gives it a little bit of age. Obviously you could age it more. I just wanted it to be a light coat. And that that wax is also going to help protect our transfers so they don't stick too hard to our board. So I'm wanting to put on this green board, I am wanting to put the crisp apples sign, and then I've got the apples in the baskets. So I was thinking that I would put my transfers like this. It makes me think of those old signs that people made before we had super duper advertising. Just kind of old rustic looking ways of doing things. This does go together. One of the things I've learned is if you want it to put it back together later, if you cut on an angle between the two pieces, when you want to go line it back up, it's easier to line it up. So just a little tip for you, if you're using these really big transfers, a way that you can put it back together later. Baby wipes are good to whitewash. Good idea. So you're saying you basically paint the surface and then you take off with the baby wipe? Is that kind of the technique you're using, Kathy? You can tell us what you do. Please share your ideas, guys. I know that you guys, most of you are crafters, or you have done some things like that. So I would love to hear your tips as well. Tell us what you know. All right, so I'm going to get my transfer ready here. Do a little fuzzing. I'm going to push it all the way to the end down there. I want to make sure I'm kind of straight. And I think I'm going to do the crisp apples. I think I'm going to do that in white. So I want my three pieces to work together to coordinate. Oh, you dip baby wipes in the paint. Ooh. Never even thought about that. I will have to try that, Kathy. Thanks for the tip. That sounds fun. All right, well now I can tell I want the apples to come back over this way a little bit. The word needs to come over some. Again, I don't want it to look perfect because I do want it to look like an old sign. white. So I'm thinking I'm going to do white on those so they really pop. And I probably will go back with after it's dry and put a little of that antique wax over the top to give it a little color so it's not completely white. And then I want to put my apples and my baskets down here. I think I'm just going to do the 3, but we'll see. Maybe I want to sneak in another one on either side. We'll see how that works out. So let's go ahead and grab our chalk. I hope that you guys have looked at the new catalog. Oh, there's so many fun things. We had our big launch on Wednesday, and I can't wait to get my new transfers. And I got some new chalk colors. Definitely was Christmas in July for me. But I'm really excited to have some new things to share with you guys. Like I said, this is my first fall and winter with the company, so I don't really have anything that I can use other than what I find in other places. But as far as transfers, I'm starting from scratch, so I did need to get some things so I can share with you guys. I love how quick and easy these projects are. I think it really can make a crafter out of anyone. Which is great, right? I mean, no reason why you have to have special artistic ability to do something fun. That's kind of what I think of this. It's just fun. Oh, I know, Kathy, that was true. So those of us who were on the Chalk Couture website early to get right on to order, things did go really quickly. And they really thought that they had planned for enough so that that wouldn't happen. But we've added a lot of designers recently. And so I think the demand was just pretty high. So, but they're saying things will come back. So, and they usually do. They, if there's anything that's not on the website that you want, designers get a list of things, and that we get told what days or what week they're going to come back. So if there's something that's specific that you're looking for, I can let you know when it's going to be back. Okay, so just send me a message and I'll let you know. Yeah, I was really hoping to get some of those workshop packs, and they're not a discounted price or anything, but they're just all put together, so you don't have to think about what, how you're going to order. I think I'm supposed to do the apples first, but I think I'm going to do the basket first, so I know where the basket's going to hit. I may regret that. Am I going to regret that? Let's see, that's got the handle. Yeah, we're going to go for it. If I don't like it, I'll wash it off. Try it again. All right. Transfer my or fuzz my baskets. So I don't really have a light brown, so I'm going to do a darker brown for my baskets, and I think that's okay. So I'm just like everybody else. I have to kind of pace myself at how many colors I have. I can't buy them all at once. So I just buy them as I can. As I see I have a need for colors. Like right now, I know I kind of would like to get a light, maybe an almond. I have an almond in ink, but I don't have it in chalk. So you just kind of have to figure out what you need, look at your projects, And color mixing really is the way to go. So if I really wanted to do a lighter brown, all I have to do is color mix. So I could totally get some white and mix it with my brown. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Christy. Just you said just exactly what I was thinking. Was I could totally just get start with some white and then just start adding a little brown, and that's the way to go. I watched a woman who was a watercolor. She did watercolor with our chalks, and she said kind of an amazing, oops, I see a little spot I missed. She said an amazing thing about mixing colors that I didn't know, was that if you want to make like a darker color, like if you have a red and you want to make it darker, you need to add, so if you want a dark red, you need to add a color that's on the opposite side of the color wheel to it, and that will give you a darker red. So that would be green. Green is across the color wheel from red, and I was just like blown away. Like, I did not know that trick to color mixing, so you might have to try that. All right, so right now we have our little basket, and those are the little stems for the apples. So when we put our apples on there, they'll have their own little stems. All right, so we're going to need to let that dry. So while that's drying, I'll tell you what I want to do next. I really want to use this buffalo plaid, and I want it to go around the outside of my boards. So I'm trying to decide what color I want to go around the outside. I'm going to have, I was thinking maybe to do the colors that I am, like the apples are going to be red. I was thinking about maybe doing the red here, doing the orange on the pumpkin, and doing the yellow. That would give me my fall colors. Then I thought about maybe just doing black around the outside of each. That would kind of pull them all together. Christy, you're in favor of the red buffalo plaid around the outside? You guys give me some more help. You guys tell me what you think. What should it be? Trying to decide what colors. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it too. That sounds good. All right. So I did finally break down and cut my buffalo plaid. That kind of broke my heart to cut that big transfer, but the big transfer is just too big for something like this. So oh, now that I'm thinking about it, I know why I was thinking about doing black, and that's because I want to do more than one of these, and I don't want to have to wash in between, but I could always do this and show you guys later. All right, so I'm just going to line this up with my edge, and we'll give it a little fun on the side here. A little interest in that area. Stick with fall colors, brown or orange. Well, I'm gonna go for it, Rhonda. But the cool thing is if I think it looks really out of place, I can wash it off. I can grab a Clorox wipe when I'm done and just do a little rubbing and it'll come right off. So we'll give it a try and see what it looks like. All right. So here we go. Everybody, wish me luck. All right, so this transfer works just like all the others. You're just gonna rub that across. I don't know if you guys can see that. So the buffalo plaid is definitely a favorite. They have a large buffalo plaid and they have a small buffalo plaid, and this is the small. I don't have the large buffalo plaid. I felt like the small was something I would use more of. But that large buffalo plaid is cool. I think those are more like maybe 1-inch squares on the large. And these are more like a 1/2-inch squares, just to give you kind of an idea what this one looks like. So here it's looking a little bit overcast today. We might get a little, we've had some warmer weather, warm for Seattle, not anything like Oklahoma or hot states. And warm for Seattle means yesterday it got high 80s and we thought it was hot. Kathy, you have the large buffalo print, but you wish you had the small. Yeah, we should work together. All right, now I'm just going to come around the corner. This is like 18 inches long, so it wasn't long enough to do the entire perimeter of this board, but that's okay. I can readjust it. But I am going to have to let it dry. Well, I've been pretty impressed with Chalk Couture as a company. We had that big launch, and it is the 3rd year, and we didn't have any big computer breakdowns or anything like that. Did run out of some products, but to me that's a sign of a healthy company if they're trying to be responsible and not over order products. They're trying to guesstimate how much they'll need. I think that's a good thing. All right, I think I've just about got that put together. Now the fun part. Let's see what that lovely red looks like. I like the red and the green contrast. Definitely a look. It's definitely a kind of pushes the envelope. But because it's going to be on its side, I will only see some of it. I won't see all of it. I'm thinking I should probably... actually, I'm going to wait. I was going to say maybe I should go ahead and do the other side, but I think it's going to be hard to handle if it's all painted around the edges. So I'm going to do these one at a time. So did you guys get to see what you wanted to see on that? I think that's pretty cute. Just a little pop of color on the side. And hopefully I won't wish I'd gone more mellow later. I've got a little spot here on my board that had a little bit of a rough spot. It was like where a knot had been. And my paint was kind of sticking up there, so it hadn't dried, but the rest of this is dried nicely. So I think it's ready for putting on the apples. Good, Christy. I'm glad you like the red too. I like it. I think fall and Christmas we can get away with a little bit of that red. I don't use red on much of anything, but fall and Christmas are kind of the time when I feel like I can get away with it. So now I'm gonna try to line this up as best I can. Basically, I'm using the everywhere it's green is where it's covered. So I just made sure that I tried to cover all the little brown specks with those green specks. Ah, yeah, I understand. That makes sense, Rhonda, that it could look like Christmas colors. Good point. Maybe it's just giving us a hint of Christmas. I love Christmas, but I don't know that I love Christmas even as much as I love fall. I'm weird that way. And maybe it's because my kids are older now. I know when my kids were little, Christmas was a really, really important holiday and took a lot of time and attention. All right. We're just chalking over the top. Let's see how those little stems, see if they ended up in the right spot or if we look like we have really weird apples, but it looks like they ended up in the right spots. So if you can see that, a nice picnic color. Good. Good. Well, I think that will be fun. I will work on chalking that side later. I'll probably do the bottom too. Just go ahead and make it all the way around. Super fun. And then when it's all dry, I think I will come in with some antique wax and just go over the top a little bit more, especially on these really white letters. I don't want them too dingy, but I don't want them super crisp like that either. I think they need a little bit of color. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. All right, well, let's put this one aside. We'll let it dry. And let's get onto those pumpkins. Love, love, love pumpkins. Love the pumpkin patch. Love that whole thing. So this one I did go ahead and paint the back. So same technique. It has a white undercoat. It has that antique white, and I just put it on with some water. So it's not a heavy coat, and then I put the yellow on over the top. It's acrylic paint again, and then you can see I put that antique wax just around a little bit. And for this one, I want to do pumpkin patch, and again, it's a really big piece of transfer, and I cut it on an angle so that when I want to use this later, I will be able to line it up nicely. So I was thinking I would probably do something like this. Just gonna squish that on there, pumpkin, and then patch and probably make them angled. And then I'll get my pumpkins over here piled up. All right. And this whole transfer is part of the pickup truck add-ons. So I know you guys have seen the pickup truck that I've done a couple of times. Really, it's one of our most popular transfers. And then this is the fall add-on pack that goes with it. So lots of cute words to use. There's also an arrow that I cut off, and it says this way. So there's a couple more pieces. There's a little arrow and this way, so that you can make some cute fall signs. So I really, really love all of these little truck signs. All right, so we have our pumpkin. Get that as high as I can at the top. Trying to decide if I like that. No, I think I'm going to put it over here. I don't want them to look exactly the same. I'll just have to wait till this dries. This has some of the... I don't want to take too much of this off. The only part of the transfer that's sticky is the green part. So if I make it a really small line, I have two problems. I am probably going to get the chalk paste on my project if I don't leave a big border. And the other thing is it's not going to have any adhesive if I cut it real close. So two things to think about when you're using those. I think I am going to use black for the letters on this one. I think I want them to pop a little bit more. I think that black and orange will be a little tribute to Halloween. I don't do a ton for Halloween. I really prefer a fall theme over a Halloween theme. But Chalk Couture has Halloween stuff, guys. If you are into Halloween, oh my. There was a whole section on really cute, fun Halloween stuff. So if that's your holiday, Chalk Couture's got you covered. I did order some of the pumpkin cutouts, so we'll be doing that. And the pumpkin patterns. They have some really cute, and patterns just mean that it's like a background pattern. So like polka dots and other things like that. So I'm looking forward to doing those pumpkin patterns and showing you guys what those look like. And we just planted a whole, so I've got a really big garden this year, and we had some lettuce that was, oh yeah, I like that. Now another technique that we could do is we could go in and go over with like orange over the top and offset it just a little bit so that it looks like you've got a black border behind there. So take a look. Yeah, I like the fall decorating for that reason too. I like anything I can leave up for a while. I'm a lazy decorator that way. All right, so we're gonna let that dry before we do our patch. That black is really popping off of there, which is good, but part of me was really wondering if I should have done it in orange. I know, Kathy, when I was ordering for the launch, it was like, oh, do I focus on fall? Do I focus on Christmas? Oh. There were so many things I wanted, but only so much money. So had to kind of make some decisions about what I really wanted. But that's good. I can always go back and fill in later with a few other things that I'd like. That catalog is our fall and winter, so that catalog will be around for quite a while. You don't have to worry about missing out too much on those things, because it will be around a while. All right, I don't want the pumpkins too far away, but I don't want them, really don't want them to overlap. Sometimes overlapping is good. Gives you a good look. Looks like my pumpkins may be going uphill a little bit. I think I'd rather pretend I'm in Oklahoma with a nice flat ground. Here in Washington, you don't find the flat ground. So I think I'm going to finish up, guys, with the pumpkin patch one, and we'll probably stop after that. Good morning, Alicia. Nice to see you this morning. I think we'll work on the corn maze tomorrow. We'll finish up. Sorry to break it up into two pieces, but I hate to go super long. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to stay and watch for too long. I'm going to check on my orange. Get it. Make sure it's not too thick. When you're using your chalk paste, you don't want them too thick. Obviously, you don't want them too watery either. Watery transfers lead to bleeding and going underneath the transfer. But too thick means that it's not going to perform very well either. It tends to dry really quick in the transfer, and then when you pull up, you lose some of your chalk paste. So, just like any other craft, there's things to learn about how to make it the best you can. So I know it seems early for fall, but it is time to start creating things. Ooh, I like it. Love that yellow and that orange together. Very cute. Good morning, Alan. Thanks for joining us. All right, so we've just taken a 2x6 chunk, done a little acrylic paint and water wash on it, a little antiquing on it, and a little antique wax, and it's ready to go. Let's take a look at this black. Our chalks dry really fast. It's one of the really nice things about them. If you make projects for craft fairs, this is a great way to go, because it is great design, and because you can make so many projects so quickly. All right, I want to get myself nice and close. I'm going to stick with the black. I think it's good that it's not orange. It would have been too much orange. And then we'll come back and we'll add our stems to our pumpkin. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't think I can do that, it looks like it must be complicated, just know this is not complicated crafting. This is very simple crafting, and they've done the hard work for you. Your job is really just to be creative in how you want to put it together, what you're going to chalk on. Everything else is just the simple part. So it's one of the things I love about these transfers is they do have that positive space built in. So your letters aren't going to come out 100% on the transfers that have that positive space. So it makes it look older. It's a little more aged, kind of a fun look to your letters. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Let's see if our pumpkins are dry. They need a little bit, another second to dry. While they're drying, if you don't know about our Board and Pillar Club, Board and Pillar Club is a great way to try out Chalk Couture for the first time. So what you do is we have over in the VIP group, if you're not part of that group, just put VIP in the hashtag VIP in the comments, and I will invite you to come into that group. When you're in that group, you can vote on what board and pillar we're going to use for the month. So I've put up 5 designs right now of things that I think might interest you. If you find something on the catalog that you like better and you want to add that to the voting buttons, then go over and find it. And you can either put it in the comments or you can go ahead and add to the poll. That's a possibility this time. So if there's something you like better, just put it on there and everybody can vote for that one. If you want to be part of Board and Pillar Club, all you have to do is go to the website and order your board and pillar. That's what this surface is called. It's $20. Then when we find out what transfer we want, you'll need to order a transfer and you'll need some chalk. So the first month, your investment is going to be about $40. But then the next month, you'll only need to buy the transfer, and transfers are about $10 for the A size transfers. And if you're looking to add a transfer, make sure it's an A size. That's the size that fits on our board and pillar. This is a 5x7 space. It fits well. All right. So while I put that plug in, if you haven't joined the VIP group, do that. I'm starting to have people add projects and things that they have made. That's really what I want to see over there, is I want us to share the things that we make. If you're a crafter, your voice needs to be heard too. I want you to share what projects you're doing. Show us what you're doing. Let's build a community over there where we can share ideas like this company Doris and all that kind of great info. I love having businesses to order from that give great service and have great quality products at a low price. So that's my jam. All right, now I'm going to just get my pumpkin stems to match up here. Takes a second and a little focus here. So I want them to be right on it, but not too overlapping on the pumpkin. All right. So I think I'm going to use green on the stems. I'm going to make these some just fresh cut pumpkins, not the ones that have sat around for a while and gotten old, but you know, if I'm going to advertise my pumpkins, they're going to be fresh cut. And like, I don't think I finished my thought earlier. We had some things that went to seed. We have a big garden this year, and our lettuce and our spinach had gone to seed, so we tilled it under, and we're talking about, well, what do we want to do? We want to plant something else in that space? It's kind of late in the summer for us, but we said, hey, let's do a big patch of pumpkins. We already had a few pumpkins planted, but they didn't come up very well. We had a gopher decide he liked the pumpkins as much as we did, and he ate a bunch of our seed, we think. And so we just planted a whole field of pumpkins. So we have 90 days until October, to mid-October. So that's how long they're supposed to take to get to maturity. And we've got a nice patch where the dirt, I think, will be just right for pumpkins. So I'm excited. All right, let's see if those green stems are showing up. They are. I can see that I didn't get it lined up perfectly. I can see where I could have done a little bit better lining up, but I'm okay with that. I can live with that. All right, guys, I am going to stop right there. We'll put the buffalo plaid on this edge tomorrow, and we'll finish these signs up. We still have our corn maze to work on, so that'll be fun for tomorrow. We'll throw those together. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you guys supporting my channel. If you haven't liked or joined our page, make sure you do that. Follow me so that you can get notifications when I go on. I also have a YouTube channel. If you want to go over there and subscribe, that'd be awesome. It doesn't mean you have to watch over there. It just supports my channel and my page. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a great day. Nope, make it a great day. Bye, guys.